So, I created a custom Jacksonville Jaguar stadium in Madden 25. And I'll be honest with you, it actually turned out a lot better than I expected. Let's talk about this. So obviously, yes, the Jumbotron is a little wonky, you know. It's kind of blocking off the fans' access to see the game. But at this point, I'm not really caring too much about the fans. I kind of more care about the aesthetic of the actual stadium. It's a very small stadium when it comes down to it. Definitely not seating 75,000 people. If I had to take a guess, I would probably say this is going to seat around 25,000 people, which, you know, a lot less than the normal Jacksonville Jaguar stadium, but I think it still works out pretty well. You don't have to worry about seeing the Jumbotron because the Jumbotron is technically everywhere. So we have this kind of like stripes on either side of the Jumbotron, and then we have the Jumbotron over here. So if I look at this, let me see. And the Jumbotron, okay, Jumbotron's kind of broken unless you go this angle. So I was going to say, and depending on the angle, the Jumbotron can get kind of busted up and messed up. But let me see. So I go this angle. All right, so you can see the Jumbotron when you look at it that angle. It just, if you look at the very bottom angle, it does kind of get janky. Now, of course, the roof is just your typical all the way around roof. It's very, again, closer to the field because of the fact that this is a smaller stadium. I wouldn't say this would be the Jacksonville Jaguar stadium in the end, just because of how small it is. I would say could be more like a stadium you build as like a side stadium for events and stuff like that. You could put glass at the very top here and actually make this into a dome. That's also a possibility. If you can't tell, yes, this is actually the Jacksonville Jaguar Stadium I use as a template to go ahead and create this custom stadium. On the top here, it looks weird because this is all opened, but it's not actually all opened. It's just Madden glitches. When Madden, you add stuff to Madden, if you look at it one angle, you can see it through it. The other angle, you can't. So imagine all of this has all these metal, like, you know, beams here. It's not supposed to all be open. This is all supposed to be covered, so this would all be covered in the end. But yeah, so this is kind of the roof of the actual stadium. As you can see, I did move the Jumbotrons from either side, and I moved them down here so that we actually get ourselves a real, you know, actual Jumbotron down here across the, you know, across the whole entire stadium. Of course, it is very dark in this stadium. The bleacher lights are on the outside, which doesn't really help out too much. In the end, it's kind of just like this gigantic circle beam of light, but I imagine in a night game, this would probably not work out too well. But yeah, just an idea, just a concept. Again, as always, guys, I'm pushing the envelope in 2025, okay? I'm pushing the envelope with what I can and cannot build in Madden 25, and I think, you know, these custom stadiums, for what they are, they work. It's just you have to get a little creative with it, and also accept the fact that only 25,000 people can actually go to the stadium. And that's pretty much that. There's no one but 25,000 people. So in the end, if you look at it from this angle, it actually does not look that bad. You know, you walk out, you're like, wow, this is just as cool as typical Trevor Banks Stadium, but just a tad bit different. And the outside is still pretty much the same exact thing as the outside of any other stadium. So definitely tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. If you guys have an idea you'd like me to go ahead and create and build, definitely tell me down below and I will go ahead and do it. You know, I'm just kind of choosing random stadiums, kind of building them randomly, but if you have a typical stadium you want to see me, you know, upgrade or change or alter in some capacity, I'll definitely think about it and, you know, get this whole thing going. Now keep in mind, the Jumbotron does block off the top section here, but technically speaking, this top section is accessible. If you could somehow make the Jumbotron like a see-through glass type aspect well, on one side you can see through it, the other side you can't. This could end up seating literally almost the whole entire stadium except for the top bleachers. The top bleachers would be the only one that you couldn't actually do, but this could seat up to 50 to 60,000 people if you could do the top bleachers. But again, the Jumbotron does kind of block it off. But if this is like a see-through glass type aspect, where if you go on this side, this is what you see, this could actually work out pretty damn well. You just have to kind of go with the see-through bleachers type, see-through screen type aspect. But as long as that works out, I mean, it could work out as an actual stadium. See you guys next one, though. Peace out.